Vitalism Studies has been added to Red Dead Online. This is something that was heavily speculated within the community. There was loads of different leaks over the past couple weeks since the release of the Naturalist update, pointing to being able to change to specific animals. There was leaks about different variants of the boar, the buck, the possum and the rabbit. And there were also further leaks pointing to a boar pamphlet, a buck pamphlet, a possum pamphlet and a rabbit pamphlet. So that led to players believing that you would be able to use these pamphlets to change into these specific animals. And with this original speculation, as it wasn't part of the Naturalist update and we thought that this could have very well been a big thing, we all thought it was going to be coming out at Halloween. No, it's already out. So in this video we are going to be running through everything. Before I get into the video, if you do want to see any more content from me, maybe even see a bit of content for Cyberpunk 2077, as that is only a couple months from releasing, then there is a link in the description down below which will take you over to my second channel. Over there we're doing something very similar to what we're doing here, except it's based on Cyberpunk 2077. So if you are very excited for that game as much as I am, I highly suggest going over there. You can also find other links in the description down below, like the Twitch, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Discord server. If you're interested in any of that, links can be found to everything in the description. So the Vitalism Studies, how do you get started within it? The second that you load up Red Dead Online now, if you've already partaken within the Naturalist Role, it will tell you to go back over to Harriet. If you look on your map, she will now be a gold icon, telling you that there is something valuable there. Originally, I thought it was going to be one of the missions, but the second that you go over there, you don't even have to interact with her, you just need to go into the yellow zone, and that is when a cinematic will start. In this cinematic, Harriet talks about being able to change to these animals, so that you can have a much closer connection. She's also talked about how you can change into these animals. She tells you that you need to go and find a specific herb, and as she is the person that found this herb, she's named it after herself, and it's called Harrietum Officinalis. As soon as you find Harriet Officinalis, you can then use the pamphlet and you can then go to a certain location, and at that point you will be able to change into the specific animal. Now to begin with, as this has only just been released, the only pamphlet available is the buck, and this is for free. But as mentioned at the beginning, it does look like there will be a boar pamphlet, a possum pamphlet and a rabbit pamphlet, and we'll talk a bit more about that at the end. So you've talked to Harriet at this point, you've got the pamphlet, you know what you need to do, it's just where do you go? Luckily, to find Harrietum Officinalis, it couldn't be easier. At first, we here on the channel was going to put together a map showing all the different locations that we've discovered, but Jean-Robe got there first, and that just made life incredibly easy, because all the Harrietum Officinalis locations is now on the collected map. As always with videos like this, when you're using something like this as a tool, a link to it will be in the description down below. There is a new Harrietum Officinalis tab, you select that, it shows every single location, and you need this to be able to change to the animal. Being able to change to the buck, you need to go to this location in Big Valley. There will be something that you need to inspect. If you haven't got 5 Harrietum Officinalis, you can still inspect this, but you will not be able to change to the buck. If you do have 5 Harrietum Officinalis, your character will eat that and you will find that you change to a buck. And this is when everything is done. You now have 5 minutes playing as a buck. You don't get this forever, unfortunately, and you can't travel all the way across the world. There's a limited space within Big Valley, and the second that time is up, or you even exit that temporary location, you're now back to your normal character. As far as we can tell, this does look like it is only just for fun. It does look like you get the pamphlet, this is part of the Naturalist update, but you change into a buck is purely just for fun, just playing around with your friends. Because as a group here on the channel, we have done it a couple times and we can't really figure out what you're actually supposed to do. You have limited control, so there's no weapon wheel, there's no shooting, there's no eagle eye, there's no dead eye. You can move about, you can sprint, you can hold RT, which charges as a buck. You can knock over certain animals. Other animals you end up just face planting, and it's actually really funny. You can also knock over other players around you that's in this area. There could be a lot of player created stuff that could be very entertaining, we are definitely going to be doing some stuff over on Twitch where we're all bucks, maybe even play some mini games, some being human characters and some being different animals. I think it could be very, very fun, but it doesn't seem like there's any specific goal to do anything. We tried being in this location and we thought, well, Harriet's just around the corner, maybe we have to go to her. You can't. The zone is not big enough for you to reach Harriet, so there's still a bit of confusion about this. Once your time is up, or you exit the zone, or you're even killed by another player, you will be back to your character. If you want to change to a buck again, you need to go back to the collector map and find 5 Harrietum Officinalis again, just so you can do the transformation again. As we've already mentioned, it does look like there will be other pamphlets coming. Before, this was all speculation, it was all leaked gameplay that may or may not happen. Now it looks like it's all in motion. So we have the buck now, but we get to look forward to the boar, the possum and the rabbit. And it's also been speculated that these will cost gold. This is somewhat interesting because throughout the whole game, every pamphlet cost money. And with these pamphlets coming in, they cost gold. But as of right now, as we've already talked about, it doesn't look like there's anything specific that you have to do whilst you've changed as an animal. Now this is still very, very early days, there could very well be something, it's just we're all missing it right now. But it'll be interesting to see how many players actually buy into the pamphlets if there's nothing actually to do. And how many players, if they do buy into it, will carry on using it. Myself, I'm definitely going to be buying into these because I want to test and try out each and every one. And then I can reveal gameplay to you guys and you guys get to make the decision whether or not you want to buy into it or not. That is what this channel is for. But it's just kind of interesting looking forward. If you do think that there's any specific goals that you have to do whilst being a buck, then let me know in the comment section down below. Right now we've tried going over to Harriet, we've tried having little buck wars between ourselves, we've tried killing other players, we tried some pretty weird stuff in the end. I even tried being a buck whilst the rest of my posse wasn't, and they tried sedating me, nothing really happened. They've even tried killing me, which actually just took me out of being a buck and made me a character again. So we tried a number of different things. I said you have limited control, so it's not like you can go and use Eagle Eye and you're able to find something you can interact with. So if you have any more suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. The last thing to mention is preparation. If you are a player that is looking to buy the other ones, despite them even costing gold, the other pamphlets, so that you can get the boar, the possum and the rabbit, go to those locations and transform into those animals, you will need Harrietum Officinalis again. So just to save you a bit of time, the next time this drops, whether or not it's next week or maybe it's sometime in the future, maybe it's getting closer to Halloween as a lot of players speculated, you can now stock up on Harriet Officinalis. Just go for the interactable collector map, get as much of it as you can, have it in your satchel, just wait in there until it drops next. Also, as this one is free and as we've mentioned, the other ones look like they will probably cost gold, it's also a good idea to get that daily streak up if you haven't already. For those of you that are sitting on quite a bit of gold, you have no issue. But if you've literally only just started playing Red Dead Online since the Naturalist update and your gold's kinda low and you're wanting to transform into different animals just so you can have some fun with some friends, then this is the time to start getting that gold up. Keep doing your daily challenges, maybe you have to go into some bounty missions, maybe you have to go into some stranger missions, but eventually that gold will keep on building up. We're not expecting the pamphlets to be ridiculous money, anywhere between 10 to 15 gold bars each. But anyway, that is the new Vitalism Studies added to Red Dead Online. If you do want to have a bit of fun with this new feature added to this game, maybe you just want to play with some other players, then I am streaming every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Over there I have been known to make up other games whilst playing Red Dead Online within free roam with my posse members, and you know, with this new feature we are definitely going to be doing some stuff with the buck. So if that interests you, a link to the Twitch can be found in the description down below. Also, if you like what we're doing here for Red Dead Redemption 2 and you're very excited for Cyberpunk 2077, as a reminder, there is a link in the description which will take you over to the second channel. That channel is dedicated to Cyberpunk 2077, and as we're getting closer and closer, more and more news is coming out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.